Hi and welcome back to my channel for another watercolor video. Today I'm playing again on some old book paper and I'm starting by sketching out my flowers using the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. It has a permanent black ink and a brush tip. Today I decided to paint a magnolia and I'm using a reference photo because I haven't painted magnolias before, maybe once, and I have to see where the petals are and how they are looking. I always try to keep my hand very loose because I don't want to go for any special details. I want the painting to be loose because this makes it even more interesting in the end. I often see when I try to make certain lines or repaint something that it doesn't look good because it's not as loose and it's not free and it looks unnatural most of the time. The paper that I'm working on is from a Shakespeare book, I believe, and it has very thin pages inside. I believe it could be compared with the Tomo River paper, but I'm not 100% sure as I don't have this paper. The ink doesn't bleed through, although it's a very dark and intense ink. And also the paper takes the watercolor really well. It gives that special look, I would say. You get some crinkles in the paper and you get some areas with more water, and the watercolor doesn't blend like they do on a watercolor paper, but the result is really interesting. The watercolors I'm using are the Van Gogh watercolors, and here in this set I exchanged, I believe, I don't know what color it was, but I added the Van Gogh black oxide. It's a granulating black. Maybe it was a white inside, I can't remember, but I put that one out and added that special black. On this paper the granulation doesn't show up very good, so it's not that important. As the magnolias are very light flowers, I decided to paint a darker background to make them pop up even more, so I'm using the black I've just talked about and add it to the background. I'm using the sap green for the leaves and the burnt umber, I believe it is burnt umber, for the twigs, and then I also add some of the colors and blend them into the background a little bit, just like I do it when I paint on white paper and I have no color on the background. I always want to have some of the colors on my background to make it look more loose. I felt that the flowers look a bit dull because of the script that is visible from the book paper, and so I decided to grab my white watercolor and add a layer onto the petals so the text is lightened up a bit. As this is no gouache, it's watercolor, it's not that opaque, so after I've dried the whole painting with my heat tool, I add a second layer of the white paint. And here I'm adding the second layer of white paint to cover up the text a little bit more, and I feel that this is a good idea because I really like how this turned out. And finally, I'm adding splatters to my painting. I'm using the white and the magenta and green I've already used for my flowers, and I just add a little bit of the splatters. Two of the pink splatters are landing on the centers of the magnolias, and I just clean my brush and dry it, and then I pick up the pink from those areas because I want that to stay green. Yes, and that was my video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that we will see us next time. Have a wonderful week. Bye.